Hey guys, I've missed you. Today's story is called The Thing About Bees, a Love Letter. It's by Shabazz Larkin, and I chose this book because when we finish reading, you'll understand why bees are important to the seeds that we planted last week. The Thing About Bees, a Love Letter. This book is dedicated to my sons who teach me what it means to be fearless. Shabazz. When a bee and a flower love each other very much, a fruit is born. The flower makes a sticky yellow dust called pollen. As the bees drink the flower's nectar, she gets pollen all over her hairy body. The bee moves pollen from one flower to another. Then we wait and wait. And presto! The flower turns into a fruit you can eat. This process is called pollination. We'd be hungry without the bees. They help vegetables and nuts grow too. Thank you, bees! Here's the thing about bees. Sometimes bees can be a bit rude. They fly in your face and prance on your food. They buzz on the bushes and buzz in your ear. They sneak up behind you and fill you with fear. And worst of all, they do this thing called sting. Ouch! Right now, I'm thinking about a time when I got stung by a bee, and it did hurt really bad, but I'm also thinking that it doesn't happen very often at all. We may want bees gone because their sting hurts, but if they were all gone, it would hurt much worse. Without bees, there'd be no more picnics with watermelon, there'd be no more smoothies with mango, there'd be no more strawberries for shortcakes, no more avocados for tacos, there'd be no apples, which means no more pie, no more cucumbers, which means no more pickles, no more blueberries and raspberries for pancakes or sweet cherries to drizzle. I don't think my family could live without those pickles. Because some foods won't grow without bees to help them along. In a way, the bees are just like you. You buzz in the bushes and you buzz in my ear. You sneak up behind me and fill me with fear. You fly in my face and prance on my food. You even sting when you're in a bad mood. Huh. But I never stop loving you. You're my sweet cherry, the apple of my eye. You're my cucumber pickle, my bumblebee in the sky. You're my cold watermelon at a picnic in the park. You're the avocados on my tacos. You're my strawberry heart. Without those little buzzers, the world wouldn't know what to do. That's the thing about bees. We need them just as much as we need you. The end. This is a letter from him. He says, I have a lot to learn from bees. I wrote this book because I have a ridiculous fear of bees. When my sons were born, I didn't want to pass that fear on to them. So I set out to discover all I could about the little buzzers. I learned 3 things about bees. First, I learned that every living creature has a special part to play in the world, and that includes you. Second, when I learn more about a scary thing, the thing feels less scary to me. Third, I researched which bees and wasps are kind and which are kind of mean. I made a guide to help you see the differences too. It's brave to try understanding the things that scare us. Now, go be brave. Love, Shabazz. Brave has been one of our words, one of our SEL focuses at school. Everything you need to know about how not to get stung. So these are the different kinds of bees, and these are the different kinds of wasps. It says, bee safety etiquette. Ignore bees in flight. They can't sting you if they're not on you. Stay calm and hold still if a bee comes around. Never swat at bees. They will sting you if you do. Avoid carrying ripe mangoes, or you will smell like bee dinner. Wear shoes. Some bees make nests in the ground. Don't forget, bees don't want to sting you. They are busy collecting pollen. Tell an adult right away if a bee stings you. Wear a hat if you don't like bees in your hair. This is a bumblebee, a carpenter bee, and a honeybee. This one is a mud dauber, a hornet, and a yellow jacket. So the bumblebee is the kindest bee, the nicest, all the way to the kind of mean, which is the yellow jacket. Bumblebees are the friendliest of all bees, and the carpenter bee is a big harmless bee, and a honeybee is the world's best pollinator. Now, mud daubers, he's not a bee, and he doesn't usually sting. Hornets are the largest wasp, only aggressive if they're threatened, but the yellow jacket is very aggressive when it's threatened, and they're not very hairy. So the next time you go out and you see a bee, try to have bee etiquette. Stay away from them if you can, and don't swat at them if they land on you. And remember to wear shoes when you go outside so you don't step on the ones that dig in the ground. And remember, bees are important. They help us by pollinating. We talked about that in class. Later, you're going to see another video about some of the seeds that we've planted and how pollination is going to help them grow. Bye!